What do you do if the shock cord breaks inside your SailboatsToGo Spar set? Hi, I'm Jim Luckett, owner of SailboatsToGo, and I'm about to show you how to replace the shock cord inside your SailboatsToGo Spar set in case it ever snaps and you need to do that. So I have released the elastic here in this one, and as you see, the sections of the spar then come apart. So the first step is going to be to get the flotation out of these tubes so that we can put the new elastic in without the flotation being in the way. So you can just shake it, and that worked on this. See, there's the flotation. If that doesn't work, you can find the small diameter end and blow in it, and that should eject the flotation. Now on the last section of the spars, you got to take the plug out of the end in order to get the flotation out. And shaking's not working, so blowing does the trick. Right? Blow in the small diameter end, and it'll come out the large diameter end. And on the first section, if the elastic is still in that section, you could release the knot. You could even just cut the knot off, and probably the flotation will come out when you pull the elastic out, like that. If it didn't, then we'd be back to shaking and blowing, and in the worst case you might have to actually stick a stiff wire in through that hole to force the flotation out. Alright, now we got nice clear tubes, we can put the new elastic in. Here's my new elastic, and I'm just going to start feeding it through the hole at the beginning of the first section. And pretty soon we're going to see that coming out the end of the first section. Once we've got that strung through the first section and coming out the end, we'll be ready to put on the second section. It's just like stringing beads. You do have to make sure that you get this second section right way around. If you put it together this way, then the spar set would not be able to go together. You got to get the small diameter end ready to go into the large diameter end of this one. So now that I have this the right way around, I can just string this bead onto my necklace. Now you might be thinking, where am I going to get this shock cord? They sell it on Amazon. This is, you can use 1/8 inch, you could use 3/16 diameter shock cord, or just get in touch with me and I'll send you some if you need it. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? I forgot to tie a knot in the elastic, and so I accidentally pulled it out from the first section. So that's a good dramatization of what not to do. Let's remember this step. Before we start stringing the elastic through, let's tie a knot so that it cannot be pulled through accidentally. We're going to need a knot there in the end anyway. And remembering to check that this is right way around, we're going in the small diameter end and coming out the large diameter end. Here we go. And here's the last section in the small diameter end, and it'll come out the large diameter end. There it goes. And I slide my spar sections completely together. And the end goes through that cap or plug. Put the plug into the end of the spar. Now here it is completely relaxed but with no slack in it. And I'm going to pull about 6 inches of tension on it and then tie a knot right there. Alright, now I'm just about done. The elastic will keep my spars nice and organized when they're folded. All that remains is to put the flotation back in. It's going to go in the large diameter end of each tube. I had to pull the plug out. And now I grab the scissors and I can trim off the excess. We're done. We have replaced the elastic in a SailboatsToGo spar. A few little notes. In some cases you've got a spring button in here to be putting an extension on, particularly in the older version of the spar sets, and so you might have to take that spring button out in order to get the flotation out, and you would have to take the spring button out anyway to get the elastic past it, and then you will be putting the spring button back in at the end, obviously. So that's the complete story of how to replace the elastic in a SailboatsToGo spar set. Thanks for watching.